Welcome back. I'm glad you're still with us here on Morning at NTV. Time now to take note of initiatives and efforts across board that ensure that a girl stays in school. We'll be contextualizing it very, very shortly. A UNICEF report says that nearly 60% of Ugandan girls miss an average of 3 to 5 days of school per month due to menstruation, and many eventually fall behind or drop out altogether. In response to this challenge, Uganda Red Cross Society launched the Keep a Girl in School initiative, a comprehensive training program aimed at ending or tackling period poverty by manufacturing and distributing reusable sanitary pads. To talk about this and raise awareness is Irene Nakasiita, the Director, Communication, Resource Mobilization and Partnerships at URCS. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Keep a Girl in School initiative is a flagship humanitarian intervention on the part of the Uganda Red Cross Society. Talk to us about it.
Thank you, and good morning to all our viewers. I'm happy to be here to speak to you about Keep a Girl in School. This is a menstrual hygiene management initiative that the Red Cross has brought to the communities of Uganda, simply to support vulnerable girls who drop out of school due to lack of funds.
That's right.
And how did this start? In 2019, the Ministry of Education conducted research, and many girls were dropping out of school. And the reason was, one, lack of funds.
Lack of funds.
Amongst the main.
Yeah.
And it looked so small, quite big and enormous, because it's affecting so many girls, and many of them actually keeping home during that menstruation period. Could be about 3 to 5 days, looking at the average girl menstruating between 12 years to around 13, 14.
Okay.
So it began, I think the biggest, from the statistics we got, I think the Busoga region had the highest number of dropouts. And for us, we have branches across Uganda. So through our branch offices in the areas that cover Busoga region, we started an aggressive campaign to see how we can actually reach these communities with pads, reusable pads.
That is right.
And I'll tell you the story and the facts around whether reusable or disposable. The debate can be there.
Yeah, it's always very vicious.
Actually say, yes, let's go for reusable, because disposable, I give you this month, what happens next month? You know? Many girls were actually saying, thank you, Red Cross, you're giving us these pads, but how about next month?
That's right.
We began by just approaching corporate companies, engaging them about this the issue, and also buying disposable pads and taking them to the schools. But then we realized this is not sustainable, and we cannot keep coming to you people saying, help us, we need to reach these girls, we need to buy the pads. Then if you give us money this month, what happens next month?
Next month.
But also the schools were complaining they don't have incinerators to burn these disposable pads. They are not eco-friendly, they are not environmentally friendly. And you see, you'll find a government-aided school, the pit latrine is going to fill up in a very short period of time, because the girls are throwing there all the disposable pads, and they don't have incinerators. So the challenge was actually bigger than what we thought. There is lack of access to clean and safe water in most of these schools. So we looked at a comprehensive WASH approach that we can actually take in and then see how we support the schools. So in 2023, remember we began this journey in 2019. Now in 2023, we worked out a mechanism with an entity called Randall Charitable Foundation. They actually gave us some seed money to start production. So we have space in Mukono, in Namakwa, and it's our youth leadership training center. We began producing reusable sanitary pads. And today we support about 50,000 girls with these pads. Just want to mention to you that we give 20% of these to people, to the school-going children at no cost. But to sustain the plant, we actually want to sell some. Because then if we distribute everything at no cost, what happens tomorrow? we will fall out.
That is the sustainability model
exactly.
that has to be rolled out to ensure that at the end of the day there are no stoppages or halts to roll out. And of course that keeps the girl in school. Wow, that is quite innovative. Now, there are so many things around reusable, disposable manufacturing of these parts. We've seen videos on social media where some communities, girls in some communities, are told to come up with something using available material, including, and this one is quite disturbing, fiber, you know, banana fiber.
Yes.
Look at it and I'm like, really?
Yes, banana fibers, sugarcane husks, soil. Some people are told to sit on soil until the entire menstruation is over. Others, actually, I've given you an example of the Busoga region. We got girls using sugarcane husks, let alone these ones who cut pieces of cloth and then make a part. These ones are using sugarcane husks. So what people are using is actually disturbing.
Great. Talking about sustainability, the corporate world is usually seen to be huge on corporate social responsibility, but many times alignment is the problem. For example, you might want to support schools or you might want to support girls in school, and access to ICT is important. Right now, when you have companies that are used to the traditional way, how is the collaboration like? How is the uptake? Are they?
Okay, so I'll just share and say we've engaged different corporate entities to work with us on this initiative, because many corporate companies have what they call the corporate social responsibility.
That's right.
And they support education, but some of them are not aligned. Somebody will tell you our focus this year is digital skills. We want to go to the skills, rather to the schools, teach these people digital skills.
And that really gets this initiative.
They give tablets, they give computers, they are installing all these beautiful gadgets in the school. But then this girl who should be in class to enjoy
using these gadgets,
is actually at home simply because she's menstruating and is not able to come to school. So yes, whereas some corporate social responsibilities are actually so good, but then probably they are not aligned to the needs of the people. And I'll say this because I've seen some schools where we go and the computer lab is closed. They don't have electricity. There is no computer teacher. They even don't have the skills to open those computers and use. But you donated computers and tablets to them, and then the kids who should be in those classes are very hungry. They have run home to probably find what to eat, or they are not even there in the schools. But for the girls particularly, maybe I spotted my dress and the boys laughed at me. So I'm stigmatized.
That stigma,
I'm at home. So who is going to enjoy this beautiful computer lab that you've stocked? So it calls for alignment and also looking at most of the needs that these schools do have, and the children whom we target to enjoy these particular beautiful things that we take to them in form of corporate social responsibility. But also sometimes we do a one-off donation and go away. After the cameras are gone, we're like, exactly. We do this for PR purposes, for the cameras, and then we say this entity has donated this. But when you go away, what happens? Do you even ever go back to check on those people? Do you ever go back to check on the sustainability of what you have donated or given? Then, was that the need? Sometimes what we give is actually not a need, but for us, we are doing it for the cameras. Interesting
there. Now, there is a need to have all stakeholders on board, and I believe men and boys are stakeholders in this.
Very, very, very much. A big deal.
This conversation needs the boy child in it.
A lot.
Talk about that.
It also needs you, the father. The male parents in community. It takes a whole village to raise up a child. And family, actually I was seated with somebody at the reception there where we were discussing family as the smallest unit, or the unit that actually composes of society.
That's right.
Now, when it comes to raising up this girl who is menstruating, we are saying the boy child needs to be on board, the father needs to be on board, the male neighbor. By the way, I want to mention I was raised by a father. And when it comes to those things of menstruation, it is my father.
The conversation can be tight for some.
Exactly, it can be tight for some.
It doesn't have to be.
But I want to remind you, you need to be in your child's life.
That is right.
Because sometimes the mother will not be there. What's going to happen? Are you going to run away? I have had conversations with male colleagues. Last week, some people came to visit us at office, and they were men. And when I talked about these pads, they asked me, Irene, who is going to touch in that blood? But let me ask you, when your wives give birth, do you run away from them?
No.
Don't you see blood anywhere?
Absolutely.
Is it disgusting? This is reality that we need to live with, and also appreciate that this girl, as long as she's alive and normal, she has to menstruate.
That's right.
And you see, when we go, okay, for you in Kampala, you can afford the probably 800 and so much money bills that you can spend on your girl for an entire year. But in the village, that money is not there. Somebody can't even afford a meal. So you can't start talking about buying a disposable pad, because if you need 5,000 or 4,000 every month, I don't have it. But I'll encourage you to cut your piece of cloth and pad yourself, and then I'll ask you, wash it, hang it, maybe iron it if you can, and reuse it.
That's right.
Then you men are telling us you cannot touch in the blood. But this pad, actually,
I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, I came with one. And when you look at how these pads are made.
My producer, can I have the cameras training on Christine? Irene, rather. We need to show exactly how.
So the girl who pads herself needs to know that when I have used this, I should actually...
Can you hold it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can actually wash it and hang it, so that when it's dry, I can iron it and then use it again. I don't need to say, of course, the blood is blood.
Blood is blood.
Time. So, but touching this blood of your child should not be a disgusting thing for you.
Absolutely.
This is your child.
Absolutely.
Just imagine if there is no female person to support you, would you just let your girl rot?
No.
But also the boys, we are encouraging them not to laugh at these girls in school. We're actually encouraging them to support the girls, help them out when they are going through menstruation, and also appreciate that these are their sisters and mothers of tomorrow. Menstruation is normal. So we are equally bringing on board the male child and also the male teachers, because when we go to the schools and we are training and also distributing these pads, the female teachers are always there, but also the male teachers are there. And we encourage them to work together to support the girls to go through menstruation without any shame.
All right. That imperative is registered, and I hope the men out there can pivot from being afraid or sensitive and ensuring that it's all good and smooth for our girls and children. Your last word on this. We
sell these pads at 20,000.
20,000.
We have 4 in a pack, and these can last a girl for a whole year. So you can only spend 20,000 shillings for a whole year instead of 5,000 shillings every month.
Every month.
So 5,000 times 12, that would come to around 600,000. Yet us, we are only giving you at 20K, and this will last you for a year. So I encourage people to support the girls, to buy these pads from the Red Cross, to engage us on how we can sensitize the children in your schools, work with us in communities. We have 51 branches across Uganda, and all our branches have access to these products. We want to support communities and ensure that the girl child is not stigmatized, that her dignity is restored, but also that they're able to keep in school. But also encourage corporate companies to work with us. All MPs, you have people in your communities who need this kind of support. Work with the Red Cross, because we are a humanitarian reliable partner, and we'll work with you at the community level all the time.
No doubt. Thank you very much, Irene Nakasiita, Director, Communication, Resource Mobilization and Partnerships at the Uganda Red Cross Society, for the awareness drive, but most importantly being part of the Keep a Girl in